Okay, let me start. For question number one, how does the speaker gain attention and interest of the audience? First, the speaker gain attention and interest of the audience by speak clearly. The speaker speak the words one by one to make sure that her audience can understand it clearly. Secondly, the speaker talk about the topic that related to her career. She is a teacher at Lincoln High School, so she have experience for being a teacher. So she will have more knowledge and more experience to share to the audience about her career. Thirdly, she conveys the speech to the suitable age of the audience. Most of the audience is an adult person. The adult person has experience with teachers. They have sent their kids to the school. So this topic is very meaningful to the audience. For the speaker use the occasion as well. She'll talk about everything that related to the topic. She talk about the emotional teachers. She talk about her experience when she do her work at school, and she not talk about something that are related to the topic. So because of these four reasons, she can gain attention and interest of her audience from the start of the speech until the end of the speech.
Okay, so my question is number two. Does the speaker establish his or her credibility? So explain. To me, the answer is yes. Because there is one time that the speaker asked her students to write on a paper about themselves. And after that, he staples all the paper and showed that to her students and said, now it's all connected. So which means all of you are links. Okay, the speaker explained that the teacher should be the one who connects those students because and if the teacher has the weaknesses, who's supposed to help the students? The speaker give another examples about her colleagues. The teacher is acting out due to some problem they have at home. If we didn't support this unstable emotion about teachers, it will cause it will um it will makes the students not really good. So it makes the audience more focused on teacher's emotion.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. For the third one is, does the speaker preview the body of the speech? So, the speaker preview the body of the speech is supporting materials, which is material used to support a speaker's idea. So, there are three major kinds of supporting materials, which is example, statistics, and testimony. So, this shows in paragraph 3, which the speaker give example on her past job and past experience in teaching. So, in supporting ideas, the main points are only a section in paragraph 7. Also, the speaker preview experience about the dad, success of the two students and one was a teacher who loved his kids. So, for the third one is the topic they need supporting materials to accept what a speaker says. The outline demonstrate how supporting materials can be integrated into the body of the speech.
Okay, so now number 4. What are the main point of the speech? Explain. Okay, the main point of the speech is the audience need to care about teachers' emotion because they are the one who going to help us in study. Some of them might have emotional problems, whether due to a problem at home or at school. Everyone needs someone to share their problems. So it goes to teachers also. The speaker persuade audience to look, and when they believe, to share their problem they have.
So, we continue to question number 5. How does the main point are supported? Elaborate with example. In this speech, the speaker used examples and statistics to support the main ideas. Examples mean the specific case that illustrate the present ideas, experience, or condition. The first experience that the speaker shared is she experienced a student named David who is a very quiet student. The speaker do not even know how David's voice, even though it was the last day of the school. At that time, she knows that she not doing well because she have a closer relationship with the other student, but she does not have the good relationship with David. She does not know how to attract David, even until the last day of the school. The second experience that the speaker shared is she experienced the death of the death by suicide of two students, and one is the amazing teachers who really love her kids. I think that is the really unforgettable experience that the speaker faced. Besides that, the speaker also used statistics to support her main idea. The statistic that she used is about the depressive symptoms among the teachers. She said that the Buffett Institute at University of Nebraska recently found that most teachers, about 86%, face or experience the depressive symptoms during the prior week. Therefore, this shows that the speaker used examples and statistics to support the main ideas.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Atirah binti Azaziz and my metric number is 254214. Now I want to talk about the organization the speaker used in the analysis speech. The type of organization the speaker used in this analysis speech is problem solution order. From the analysis, we can see that the speaker talked about the existence and seriousness of a problem that had happened toward emotional well-being of teacher. So that in this case, the speaker said about and talk about the solution to overcome and handle this case. The speaker also persuades all the students to take action and together support each other when somebody needs to talk to them. And then from the other side, we also can see that the speaker also prefer audience to refer counseling to release their stress so that they can get any tips or some tips to release their stress and depress.
Okay, for the number 7, how does the speaker use the resources of the language? Language does not mirror reality. It does not simply describe the world as it is. Instead, the language helps create our sense of reality by giving meaning to it. So the language that the speaker uses is the imagery, which is the speaker can use imagery in much the same way to make ideas comes alive. So there are 3 ways to generate imaginary by using concrete words, simile, and metaphor. So as we analyze the speech, we notice that the speaker always tells us about her story and the audience imagine how the stories came out.
Okay, from the next slide, we can see the type of connective used in the speech. Who are the connective effectively in this speech? Through this speech, we can see that she used internal previews. The connective are effectively because it is related with the issues which is discussed how we support the emotional well-being of teacher. From the speech that we can see is the internal previews at the sentence they have provide steadily increase number of school counselor and therapists who is support the staff and help our students to solve their all problem. They even provide staff member with access to free counseling as part of our employment plan. But many small districts and even some large ones simply cannot afford to deal without it. Then, so that we can see this speech use the internal previews to help overcome this issue. Okay, last but not least from me is about what kind of reasoning does the speaker really most throughout the speech. Okay, for me, the speaker really most throughout the speech is using language vividly. Through this speech, we can see that the speaker used mental impression of sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste to the audience. She also used the concrete word to create some image which is pull us into the speech to make sure all the audience know and understand what she give the speech. She also used the simile and metaphor to create image in her speech, and then it will give more understanding to the audience to understand her speech.
Okay, number 10 is what type of emotional appeals does the speaker use? Are they effectively used? So I need to explain. So an emotional appeal is aimed at manipulating the emotion of an audience member and uses the manipulation of the emotions of the recipient rather than the rational reasoning to win an argument. So an emotional appeal uses emotion as the basis for the stance of an argument without objective proof that objectively supports the key ideas that presenters endorses. So persuasive language is used in an emotional appeal to build the basis of an appeal to claims based on emotion rather than advice. So at this point, the speaker persuades students to remember what they wrote in the paper, like in the first paragraph, which is the speaker asks the students to write something about themselves. So the emotional are effectively used because we know that everyone have their own emotions, so that when the speaker tell them about the story, everyone would feel the emotion through the story.
Everyone, I'm Wu Yu and my metric number is 702013. For the question 11, what methods are used to prepare the audience for ending the speech? From the book, The Art of Public Speaking Skills, conducted by Stephen E. Lucas. There are three ways for us to prepare the audience for ending the speech. Firstly, we can make a conclusion. This is the easiest way. And secondly, we can use our manner to let the audience know that we are going to end our speech. The manner is include our voice, pacing, and rhythm. And lastly, you can use the environment around you to prepare the audience for ending the speech. And for this speech, how can we support the emotional well-being of teachers? What methods are used? In the end of her speech, she made the conclusion. They just need somebody to help and to check in with them. And also she created a moving decisive ending by invoking the emotional image of Stabler, which bringing the speech to an emotional close. Thus, lets the audience know that the speech can end. And also in the end of her speech, the tone and rhythm of her speech is lower than the beginning, which infers the audience that the speech gonna end. And for question 12, how does the speaker reinforce a central idea? From the book, The Art of Public Speaking Skills, there are 4 ways for us to reinforce a central idea. 1. Summarize the main points. We can summarize the main points. This is the easiest way. And also we can end with a quotation. A quotation is the most common and effective device to conclude the speech. And third, we can make a dramatic statement. Rather than using a quotation to give your conclusion force and vitality, you can make your own dramatic statement. This is very effective. Many speeches became famous because of their powerful closing lines. Fourth, refer to the introduction. An excellent way to give your speech psychological unity is to conclude it by referring the ideas in the introduction. The 4 ways can be used separately, and also they can be used into one. For example, a dramatic statement that summarizes the central idea while referring to the introduction. And for this speech, how does she reinforce the central idea? Firstly, in the end of her speech, she made a conclusion. In the body of her speech, she explained where the pressure came from and how does it influence the teacher. And in her closing words, she tied the whole story together by returning the story described in her introduction, somebody to reach out and check in with them. Secondly, she ends with her speech with a dramatic statement. She says, every now and then, we all just need a little help holding the stapler. It's not a dictum, but the dramatic statement summarizes the central idea of what they need, which also reinforces the central idea. Thirdly, she was making a conclusion by referring the ideas in the introduction. In the beginning, she talks about the qing, and in the end, she mentions qing again. She says the qing hands in her classroom is more than just a decoration, which not only prepares the audience for ending the speech, but also reinforces the central idea.